We only need 3 more cards, right? So it's actually getting quite tough now. Alright, so Unsurmountable, what are we doing? We are climbing a mountain, right? So that makes sense. I will have to keep the rules kind of nearby, because to be honest, I don't play this very often anymore. So, yeah, we have like all these mountain cards, I think 17, right? The 18th one is the helicopter card. I'll just put that aside for now. And we have a row of cards in just a moment, and we are like building a pyramid, so to speak, with like 4 cards as the base, and then like 3 cards like that, 2 and 1, right? And you see like there are these paths we need to connect, and we need to find a way from the bottom edge of the pyramid, of the mountain, like here for example, or here is an entry point, and then we need to connect a way all the way to the top. We don't need to exit at the top border. We can also exit at left or right on the top card, but we need to like get to the top card, right? So that is like that is very important. That's like what we're trying to do. And like the idea here is that we are having a row of cards we can choose. We can choose a card from, but we can only build the left one. The other ones we can use for the effects here, right? That's like kind of what we're doing. So let me just quickly set this up. It's a game that is really, really quickly set up. So we just shuffle them a little bit here. Am I saying the button shy booth at UKGE always sells it before I get there? A couple of years ago, pretty much all they had was Pentaquark, and I bought it and it broke my brain. Oh, Emma, I totally get you. I had Pentaquark as well. Some of you may know because I actually made a video on that. I actually made a video like really quickly for this game because I knew if I waited for a month, I'd have to relearn the entire game because it really breaks your brain. And I also don't own it. Oh, I still own it. I still own it, yeah. But it will. It's like on the. It's like currently like about to leave my collection because it just breaks my brain too much. And if I want to have like a brain burner from Button Shy Games in a small format, I'd rather play Rove. It's the much superior game. All right, so we put out I think 5 cards. So let me just do that. The thing is we don't have enough room here. I might have to turn off my face cam because well, let me put them on the right. Maybe we can do it like this. So we need to put 5 cards. Usually you put them in a row, like from left to right, right? I will just put them from top to bottom. Just imagine like that the top card is the one that we can use. Oops, what am I doing here? Do they fit like this? It's gonna be rough, but we can get it there. I can't pull up the camera much more because of my new setup. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I think it works. And I think here we should be able to somehow build the pyramid. You might not be able to see might see the left of the pyramid later on, but I can also move around my camera a little bit, my face cam. That should be okay. Or I'll just turn it off, right? And like here's a deck of cards. I'll just put that up here. You don't really need to see it at the moment. Like this. That is already the entire setup. So what we do is, oh wait, you have new comments here. I bought the demo copy of Rove there. It was all that was left. Talked the guy into selling it to me, even though it was used. Okay, okay. So I guess you hopefully got a better price. I hope. Mom said, "Don't turn it off. We want to see the struggle." It's gonna be a struggle, yeah. But at least I'm not rolling any dice, right? So that's okay. Did you say maybe moving the cam view to the top left could help without blocking the pyramid? Yeah, that's maybe because you don't need to see the helicopter really, right? So let me do that. Can I just move it like this? Do you see that? How I'm moving that? I think that should work. I have a delay, so I don't know. But let's just hope it worked. I can also make it a little smaller, actually. Give me just a moment. Maybe like this. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's better. Let's see if that worked. It worked. Wonderful. Now I see it, yeah. Yeah, because I have like today I have a really huge delay. I think like 7-8 seconds at least. So I always see it like live here in my OBS, but I don't see it in YouTube. Too fast. Too quick. Yeah, I have that helicopter card. I'll just put it up here. Okay. And then we're pretty much ready to play. So the leftmost card is going to be the top card today, right? And the other ones are the ones that are not the leftmost card, right? Just imagine they're going from left to right like this, okay? Because if you want to like play the game yourself, you need to know, usually you put them like from left to right. Top to bottom is fine as well. So what I'll do in my turn is either I place the topmost card, and like you can imagine, right, you play it like in a pyramid pattern. I can't like start at the top. I need to start at the bottom. And as soon as I have like 2 cards as a foundation, I can also like build on top of it, right? And I'm trying to build like this 4, 3, 2, 1 pyramid. At least in the normal mode, I think I remember that there are more difficult modes where you have to build like a bigger pyramid, I think. If I don't want to place it. Because this is a pretty bad card to place actually, right? So we already have like really bad starting conditions. What I can also do is take one of these 4 cards and not place them, but I can then discard the card and use the effect. So for example, this one would say swap a card in the base camp. This is the base camp here, right? With a card on the mountain, right? So let's say I would have a card on the mountain. Then I could just use this card, discard it, and swap this card like on the mountain I want to swap with another card from the base camp, right? So that's how it would work. And that's like what's interesting about this game. A lot of people like this puzzle, that you only have this one card you can place, right? And these you can only use the effects of. I find it a little bit too limiting, but let's see how I will do today. This one says choose a card in the base camp, as I said right here, and remove it from the game. Do not use its ability. Now you may think, yeah, but removing cards is bad, right? Because we need to finish the pyramid. Yeah, kind of, but I could use this to remove the top card because it's like really bad at the moment, right? And then I could, then everything would like move up or left if you play it like correctly. Then here we have choose a card on the mountain and remove it from the game. Do not use its ability. The mountain is what we build up here, right? And last but not least, this one is the wrong way. Swap the first card, which is the one up there or on the left, with a card on the mountain. Okay, so I guess we will have to use some ability first. Then we also have this helicopter card, and we can use this at any time, and we can remove this. We can remove this card from the game in order to choose a card in the base camp and put it at the bottom of the deck. That can help. For example, I could put a card like this maybe here, right? That that has like 2 ways like on the card, and then leaves the card. And put it at the bottom of the deck as like one of the last cards that I can place, right? So that is actually quite helpful. So what do we have here? Kim. Welcome to the stream, or at least to the chat. Thanks, Sir Thecos from Alabama. You're very welcome. And greetings to Alabama. Didi saying, wow, all the way from Alabama at Kim. Greetings over the huge lake. Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's get started. So what do we do? There is a card, so it helps if you kind of know what effects are in the game, right? So there is one card that lets you rotate a card in the mountain 180 degrees, right? So what I could also do is place the card here at the top, right? Like this one. Place this one here, down here, and then maybe rotate it 180 degrees later on if I need to, but I'd rather not actually. I'd rather not actually. Let me just see. But like all these swap cards, they don't really do anything for me, right? These 2 cards. And also the card remove on the mountain. It doesn't do anything because I don't have anything on the mountain yet, right? So either I need to place this card, or I will choose a card in the base camp and remove it from the game. It will be that card. But this one's actually a nice card to have. I don't want to remove it. So I will actually place it. So let's just place it here. At the beginning, I don't have to, let's say like this is the second card in the pyramid, right? I can still like build around it. So I will just place it here centrally and then see what happens. All right, and now these all move up, or as I said, to the left if you play it the way it's intended to, and we take the next card here. This one says rearrange the cards in the base camp. This is really good. If there are multiple cards, the order must change, right? So I need to change something if I use this, but that one is very, very helpful. But it's also a card that is really good to place because you see there are like pathways and like in all directions, right? That is very good, but not to all places, right? Because remember, we need to like place them like halfway over these cards, right? Not like directly here, and so this card wouldn't lead to that card over here, right? So that's one thing to keep in mind. It's actually quite an interesting spatial puzzle here. All right, so this one's actually not too bad. We could now take this and place it here, right? That means now we have our way up. And if we use it maybe a little bit centrally, right, we can now move up the mountain. I think that's not too bad. That's not the worst start you could have. Not the best start, but also not the worst. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you have seen it when I drank my tea. Can you see it in the camera? Yeah, that's actually the mug I'm drinking today. It says Misadventure Awaits and showing a 1, nat 1 on a d20, because that's how I roll, right? So Let's see if we have some misadventures today. All right, so we draw the next card here. And the thing is, if you find the game too easy, which I don't find, right? I'm actually not very good at this game. Surprise, surprise. But you can make it much harder. And then there are also expansions and stuff, so there's quite a lot of replayability here. Mob saying very fitting mug, yeah, for sure. I wish it weren't, but okay. So the new ability here: reduce the size of the base camp by 1. That just means that we would have only 4 cards instead of 5. I don't want to do that. Okay, so we actually, this one isn't too bad. Look at this card here. I'm not gonna jinx anything, but look at this, because we can place this here now, right? And we actually have a way from the bottom edge, like the pathways, of course, connect behind the sides, right? That's, I think it's obvious, but I'm just pointing it out. So we could start down here, either one of these paths, and then go right and up here, and here we can go in all directions. So actually, we're not doing too bad here. And now I jinxed it. All right, so let's pull them all up. Keep in mind that you will usually do them from left to right instead from top to bottom. So this card here is pretty bad actually, right? But that's not too bad because we need cards as a foundation here, right? Because otherwise we can't, because I can't build up anymore, right? I can't build up here because that would like be an overhang here, right? I need to continue the base. So we can actually just take this one. It makes sense to have another card. I mean, I could also place it here. It doesn't matter. You don't have to connect them, right? You really don't have to. But it makes sense to do it like this, because this way, if this path doesn't work out at the end, I still have like here and here where I can connect cards, right? So that's not too bad. I'm like leaving you always need to leave yourself with your options in this game. That's very important. Okay, so we pull them all up. And there we go. Oh, I forgot to tell you the new abilities here. Choose a card on the mountain. Now we have part of a mountain. Remove that card from the game without using its ability and replace it with this card. Also not... Oh, this is very strong actually, because this one just goes up, right? This one's actually very good. And then this one says, draw a card from the deck and add it to the mountain. That is actually nice. Oh, that's actually good. Because now it would make sense to use it, or next round, because if it's a good card, I can just place it where it needs to be. And if it's not a good card, I can just place it as a foundation. Or I might actually use that. But first, I would like to place a card here so I have more options. Can we place this card? Oh, this card is actually pretty bad. To place it there. I don't like that. Rearrange the cards in the base camp. You know what? We could do that. We could do that. And then, which one would I put up there? No, I don't know. Actually, I would like to put this card there. See, this one would be nice. Ooh, this would be amazing. Actually, it would be okay. It would not be amazing. This one would be good. This one would be good. Because, yeah, this path is blocked off, but we can still get from the bottom up here, right? This one would be nice. Okay, I have an idea. Let me do it like this. Let me take this card and put it here, right? Let me just do it like this. Now they all go up. Actually, I don't know. This is like always a game I don't play very often, but every time I play it, I think like, yeah, it's actually not too bad. I don't know. I don't have the most healthy relationship with the game, I think. Okay. Skippy is saying, I imagine you backed the re-release of Dragons of Etch and Stone, but did you also get the extra feelings of Fetch and Bone? Looks adorable. Okay, so first of all, yes, you know me well. Of course, I backed the re-release because I really like the game. I don't play it as often as I like to, unfortunately. But maybe that's because it's like for a game on the road. It's like a very portable game, and it is quite complex for that, right? So I'm not always in the mindset to play it, because I don't think it's a game that you can just play only like part of it, like the first journey or something like that, and then just put it away and play it again, like continue playing after a month or something, right? Because like you kind of need to like know like what you have been doing, right? But it's a really good game, and of course I backed it on GameFound, and yeah, I also got felines of Fetch and Bone. Of course I did. It's not necessary at all, right? And I think that's only the base game, but it's just too adorable. I agree with you. I had to back it, of course. Yeah, I had to. Okay, I'm gonna use this card now. This card Choose a card on the mountain, remove that card from the game without using its ability, and replace it with this card. So I'm going to remove this one now that I just placed, and put that here instead. So you see, now we have I've two pathways up here. That is pretty good. So this one we will just remove. Let me just put it, I don't know, here. Right? These move up. So now you've seen what happens if you don't build the top card, but if you actually just use an ability, right? That's gonna be saying same. Okay, very, very cool. Nice. I don't know how often I will play Felines of Fetch and Bone, but I think they have said, because just as a trivia, if I'm not mistaken, if you know better, please correct me. But as far as I know, Chip Theory Games said that they only want to publish the Felines of Fetch and Bone as a print and play. And then a lot of people said, no, we want it physically, And they said, okay, well, then we'll just do it physically, but without the expansions, I think. And also they said they will not release it or sell it afterwards, like release regularly, right? And that's why I said, okay, you know what? I think this is going to be a really cool collector's item if you like the game, which I do a lot. So, of course, for me, a no-brainer to back it. So, now I have a little issue, because at first glance, this one looks good, right? But remember, you can't place it like this. We have to place it like this, and no pathway. So this card doesn't help me at all. I had this idea, right? Oh, by the way, I always forget to tell you the abilities here. Discard the first ability, the first card, and activate its ability. That is not too bad either, because this one says rearrange the cards in the base camp. So we could do that, right? I could use this one, discard this one, then we rearrange these three cards that we still have here. Is there a good card? This one is good, right? If I can rotate it 180 degrees later on. I think there is a card that lets me rotate it. Now I'm not sure. Should I risk it? Because this one would be amazing. Actually, no, it also wouldn't be amazing. It goes off to the side. Nah, doesn't really help me either. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna do what I wanted to do. I'm gonna use this card here, draw a card from the deck and add it to the mountain. I'm gonna do that now. So I'll discard this. And now I'll draw a card from the deck, because we still need to do a base of 4, right? So is this a good card? Not really. Not really. So I'll just put it here as a base to extend the mountain a little bit more. Oh, of course, what I didn't mention, but I think it's obvious, right? The way you see me play, but you can't just rotate them 180 degrees, right? You can't do that. Except if you have like an ability that allows you to do that. So, let's see. Draw a card from the deck and remove it from the game. Do not use its ability. Okay, that's quite progressive. So what do we do? I still want to go up. Now I could use this card here, actually. Now I can build this, because now I can build it here. You see? So, and now theoretically, we could also like go all the way here and then down there, I think. But that doesn't make sense because there's nothing else. So now we can move up here, and then we can go here. We can go there. But also we can just go here. So we have now 3 exits at the top. That is very good. I think we're setting it up quite nicely. So, there we go. DD saying, so you don't need the roads to connect at the base sideways. No, it's okay. Let me check the rules again. But the way I know it is that you don't have, they don't need to connect, right? Because otherwise I couldn't have played this card, right? Because it wouldn't have connected anywhere, right? So it doesn't have to connect, but you want it to connect because you need to go up the mountain somehow, right? Here you see, these also don't connect, but that should be fine. But let me just check again, just in case. No, it says the paths can split off into dead ends, and your mountain can have other paths that are not connected to your main path. That's totally completely fine. Yeah. And otherwise, I think this would be impossible. The game looks simple now because I have quite a decent setup at the moment. But it is quite a hard game, I find. It would be even harder then if you couldn't do that, right? Oh, I forgot. I still have the face cam on. Yeah, this is something new for me. Okay. I hope we're not doing any embarrassing things. So let's see. This one says swap 2 cards that are touching on the mountain. That is nice. We could also use that at some point. Touching means this here, this card is touching that one and this one, right? Okay, now I need to think. If I put this one here, then I would swap these two, but that wouldn't do anything. Swapping these two wouldn't do anything either. Okay. This one also not. I need a card that goes up like this. That could work. I think that works, right? If I put that there and this one there, I think that works. So I will put this one right here, which seems bad. Oh no, I can't put it there. It's an ability. I have to use it. So I have to get rid of this card first. Yeah, discard the first card and activate its ability. What was that? Reduce the size of the base camp. No, I don't want to do that. I want to build this card. Can I also build this one? Yeah, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to build this one. Yeah, I'm having a few issues here. I'm not happy. But what I could also do is still build this one. I just need to get rid of this card here somehow. Okay. We only need 3 more cards, right? So it's actually getting quite tough now. But because this one takes the wrong direction. But I could put it... No, I can't put it here. No, it doesn't make any sense. Okay. Okay, then we will have to do it differently. I will use this ability here, I think. Discard the first card and activate its ability. Right? Right? And then I would activate this one. I will reduce the size of the base camp, but it would be gone. And I could build this one. Yeah, I think that's an idea. I think I will do that. So I will discard this one. Use its ability. So we only have a base camp with 4 spots now, right? Let me just put it here on the side for me, so I have it as a reminder. All right, and then we push them all up and only draw 1 card. Okay. Okay, so now I will this one. I will put this one, I said here, right? I'll put it right there. Okay. We don't have a whole lot of cards left. It's getting really, really tough now. But I have a few ideas. Can I use... Oh, I think I don't have a card that goes up anymore. By the way, here's the card. Rotate the card on the mountain 180 degrees. That's it. That's the card. But first I want to do this one here. I want to have this one. Actually, I need this actually to get up the mountain, right? I can do differently. I can build this one right here. Oh, I didn't see that. Because now we have a path up here, up here, up there. So now we just need to finish off 1 card at the top. Marv is saying you could use the helicopter to not reduce the size of the base camp. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. I could have used the helicopter. Well, the more you know. That would have been a really good idea. And now I blame the delay. Okay, so let me think now. I think we are done because I can now use the top card. Put it there. That's it. It's 4, 3, 2, 1, right? It is, yeah. It really is. Because what we need to find is a way from the bottom edge to the top card, and then it also needs to leave the top card, I think. If I'm not mistaken, let me just see. You have a completed mountain with no empty spaces and a continuous path connecting the center of the top card. Oh, you don't even have to go off the card. You just need to reach the card. But you always go off the card because there are no cards that don't go off. That means, I think we won, right? So we start down here. We go all the way to the right. Then we go up here, left, and up here. There we go. That's it. Nice. Really cool. Great. Okay, I thought I would definitely lose. But I guess I didn't. Very, very nice. Cool. I like that.